All right, guys, what's going on? Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. Welcome to the market recap. We do this every Friday right after the bell. It's 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. If you can't catch me live, that's okay. You can always replay this whenever you like. In order to do so, make sure to turn on the subscription button or add subscriptions. Sign up for our YouTube. It's free. Make sure to like our videos, follow us, all that good stuff. I'm not really sure on the parameters on that. So what's up, Maximo? Good week. Thank you, sir. I'm glad everyone had a great week. Let's go ahead and recap it. Sometimes it's a little bit different in terms of morning note than I'm used to. I have to go ahead and kind of flip it to, instead of futures, it's now we have the indexes. So let's go and get started. Dow Jones closed up 387 points. NASDAQ closed up 1.97%, S&P up 1.61%. The VIX 5.62% at 1849. SPY up 1.6%. Masterclass did play SPY calls with me, so well done, team. Qs, we caught Qs today. For everyone else on the Signal group, we caught that. Well done. That was up 2.07%. Equate S&P up 1.4%. IWM small caps lagged a little behind NASDAQ and the S&P down up 1.39%. The dollar 104.52, 0.48% to the downside. 10-year Treasury yields did pull back from that 4% level, 3.964%. Treasury bonds were bid today 2.42% as we closed 101.89. High yield credit caught a bid 1%, 74.72. Investment grade credit LQD 106.17. That's up 1.13%. Crude oil still below 80, 79.79, up 2% with $2.75 for gasoline. VIX also closed, I think I made sure I mentioned that, down to 1849. That's below 19, even below 20, where we usually look for. Okay, so that's where we are. Let's go ahead and get started for the week in terms of the Signal group. We have members on our Discord that join us, so let's go ahead and bring that up first. So this week was I hate to say a war of attrition, but kind of like that. We had the NVIDIA puts. If you guys remember, we opened those on Monday. We were down rather quickly. I think we were down, 40%. And then it started dropping the way we wanted to. We had that headline that came in with NVIDIA with the tender offer in terms of $10 billion to capital raise. That helped our puts. We got it as high as 90% on our runner. We got 40% on the Signal. So again, that took a couple of days. That's the only thing. So we closed that. I don't have the closing date exactly, but the entry date I have of the 27th. I'd have to look back and see when we closed it. Let's see, NVIDIA right here. We closed on the 1st and 40% here, and then the runner started running to 90. Well done, team. Next was Alphabet. That was a little easier. We caught that pretty much same day, 40%. The runner hit actually as high as 100. I have to update this, so I will. I hit 100% on the runner. I even put the screenshot on it, but I'll fix that. Caterpillar, we closed today for 30%. I did not close it, mind you, but I wanted to let the team know. Nika also agreed with me that to give our members options is very, very important. Maybe some of them just want to close out and end the day and just be done with the week and move on, don't want to think about anything. I completely understand that. So again, I'm still holding this. I like the chart on Caterpillar. I still think we have a little more to go, but 30% profit is not bad. I mean, I'm not going to get mad at that if anyone who took it. QQQ, we opened today. We got 40%. In terms of QQQ, I was between Qs and SPY. I chose Qs because Meta was up today, and so was Apple. So again, we wanted to ride that momentum higher. I also did Amazon puts with Masterclass. So again, kind of a calls and puts type of week. You know, it's one of those things where it was a little choppy in the beginning of the week. We also got some momentum towards the tail end of today, as we saw, and in yesterday. So again, it's really just following the trend, following the momentum, followed the charts, and we had our plan, and it worked out very well. So good team, good job to the team for that. Let's see if we can build on that momentum moving forward. In terms of the charts, let's go back to the S&P, and I want to kind of go over a couple of things that I was watching and how I traded this. And you can take a look here on, well, actually, let me bring up the daily. Daily will give me a little more color, or give you guys a little more color. So I went ahead and posted, where is this thing? I had a Twitter, here we go. So I'm gonna go and bring up Twitter because I also do some market commentary on there for those who like to follow along. So let's go ahead and bring this up this morning or today. We're gonna go to, here we go. Went ahead and tweeted this first this morning. I said bulls would love a close above 4,000 S&P today. That was 5 hours ago. That was this morning. So we got way above that. Then I also put there that 40-30 is key resistance. That's the upward trend line we broke down from recently. You could see this chart here. Check this out. And again, you could see that trend line. We were looking for that intersection as possible resistance. I didn't want to go ahead and actually do puts. I had Q calls. I expected us to break that. The chart, the level I'm really looking for is right this 3 level here. That support, that's mid-February support that held, and it finally broke through towards the tail end of the month. I also wrote that again here on Twitter. So you could see it. This was right around 40.40. We closed around 40.50, highs of 40.52. But again, 40.60, that's where I'm probably taking a look to take away some risk off the table. More than likely, we may just kind of retest, get back to 4,000. If not, kind of chop around 40.20. And I don't want our premiums to be wasted. So again, 40.60 to 40.67, that's kind of the key level that I'm looking for moving forward. Again, this is that green line I'm showing you. Again, 1, 2, and 3 wicks down of support. Let's see if we recapture that. More than likely, we could reject, but I said that about 40.30 and we didn't. A lot of bullish moves here. Again, that RSI we talked about on the morning note. Again, that was a pretty low RSI. I think a reading of around 35. That was the lowest since mid-December, and then we had that momentum higher. So none of this was really surprising. But again, I was just a little surprised that we actually broke above 40.30 today. So I'm glad what we did, obviously. 40.67 is your 20-day. Again, we know that's our momentum indicator, at least on a daily. We'll see if we can recapture that. Again, that is above that green line of resistance, so we'll just go ahead and wait for that break, and maybe we can get above 40.67. And again, if we do break above that 40.75 or so, then it kind of gives us some options moving forward, especially on SPY. Because if we do break around 405.10, we got a gap to fill here, guys, at 408.09. So maybe the 409s, 410s options for next week. We do have NFP next week. I'm going to segue now into the economic data that we're expecting. So let's go ahead and do that. But again, there is some upward potential room. It's just not going to be one green shot. Don't be surprised we get chopped around a little bit. But I think that this is the seasonality, again, that we've talked about. Again, March is seasonally bullish. And we talked about that this morning, that sometimes they signal a bottom in terms of the market action. So we'll play day by day. Nothing has really changed other than, just trying to do the best we can with the information in front of us. Let's go to Forex Factory. We'll go to next week. Oops. Let's go to Monday. Nothing really insane coming out. Nothing really important. The Tuesday, March 7th, Fed Chair Powell testifies. So he's testifying in the semi-annual monetary policy report before the Senate Banking Committee. And then he will also testify on Wednesday in front of the House Financial Services Committee. So a lot of Powell talk. Let's see how the market reacts. So maybe on Monday, if you wanted to close that Caterpillar long or any other longs that you may have, that might be pretty prudent. And we might chop around, maybe retest that 4,000 right when Fed Chair testifies. So imagine that, we get to 40.60, that 20, maybe lure in a couple of bulls, and then Powell speaks and we lose 40 handles or 70 handles in the blink of an eye, 60 handles. That is definitely could be something in the script. So again, I wouldn't want to have any kind of risk into that event on Tuesday the 10th and Wednesday the 10th. We also have a non-farm employment change. That's the private payrolls on Wednesday at 8:15. We'll still see if the labor market is relatively strong. We have an important 10-year bond auction on Wednesday the 8th. That's going to affect interest rates. As we know, when interest rates go down, tech tends to do better. Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm payroll report, and unemployment rate. The expectation is 206,000 jobs added, with an hourly earnings month-over-month wage gain of 0.3% and the unemployment rate being 3.4%. The question is, are we going to get a very strong report from NFP? And if we do, how will the market react? So again, we still have some landmines. It's not just all clear from here. Again, I still expect us to get to 40.60 and we could reject there, or if not, we could break and start getting to that 20-day. But again, so many market factors in play. We just have to play it as it lays, play with the cards we're dealt, and move forward with it. 408 next Friday. Could be. Absolutely. Any significant data next week? Yeah, there you go. Went over NFP and all that for you, young Danny. Ready for next week? Now 40.60. That's the target I'm looking for on ES. We are now at 40.51. Maybe we get a nice little gap up on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. But again, it is a day-to-day process. We'll see what we get. For now, just enjoy your weekend, guys. It was a really great week. I'm going to go and get started on the podcast with Nick. Should be a fun one today. We'll go over the subject here in a bit on what we're going to talk about. But a lot of things to go over, and I'm excited to go over it with you guys. I hope you guys made some great profits. I'm very proud of everyone joining us and following us. Congratulations to everyone. You guys earned it. You could have chose any other service. You could have used your capital in any other way. I appreciate that you guys follow and learn along with everyone else with our service. And it's very humbling that you guys are doing so great. I love it. Been doing it for 8 years. It's still great to see. So have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday for the morning note. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.